Well, hello there, Space Monkeys. Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden. And this episode is an update on PFC, the INN, the Indie News Network, which I'm proud to be a part of. We got some new members, and something Joe Biden did, which is not at all surprising and psychotic. So let's talk about Joe Biden real quick. He actually just said that basically the states are now responsible for COVID and the response, as if there's like nothing he can do. Basically, what Joe Biden's been trying to do is just push the vaccines like crazy. And since there's a whole bunch of people that are still vaccine skeptical and that are against mandates, as I predicted like 8 fucking months ago, no shit, you're not going to get everybody vaccinated to get herd immunity. Even if we had a perfect vaccine, you just can't get the numbers in America. Nobody trusts the government enough. It was a fool's errand to begin with. Why he does this, I don't know, but it probably has a lot to do with the amount of money he takes from Big Pharma, because I think he's like one of the top recipients of Big Pharma money. Now, let's talk about, and basically this is just, he's done nothing. He doesn't want to give out Medicare for all, which he can do via executive order, so he's like flipping blame onto the unvaccinated. That's what's happening. He's going, screw you guys, I'm going home, peons. And he just leaves, and he blames it on the dirty peons for spreading the plague more, when it has nothing to do with that. He was never going to get everybody vaccinated. Even if we had the best vaccine on the planet, it wouldn't really help America, because we don't trust our government enough to get up to the amount of vaccinated we need. And so he doesn't want to give us Medicare for all, so he just blames it on the unvaccinated. That's what this is. That's exactly what's going on. And that's what they're going to continue to do, by the way. When during the winter, the numbers are going to spike, and every little spike in deaths, if there's another mutation over the winter, which I don't think it's likely, but maybe like early spring, we'll see something else that comes after Omicron. Every little mutation, they're going to blow out of proportion and make it another reason to go get your boosters, go get vaccinated. And they're going to make sure that the unvaccinated feel uncomfortable all winter long as they demonize them. That's why he said it's going to be a winter of death and destruction or whatever for the unvaccinated, basically warning them. That's what Joe Biden's doing. He doesn't want to give us Medicare for all, so the unvaccinated have to be the fall people. They have to be the scapegoat that gets all the blame for COVID getting worse over the winter. So anyway, on to lighter-hearted news. The INN has 2 new members who I'd like to welcome, my new brothers. Welcome to the INN family. Carl from the Debate Me channel, who you guys have seen before. I've been on a couple of panels, not in the same panels as him, but in the same summits as him. He's wonderful. And Chris Legion, who I actually watch quite a bit of his content and have ranked him before. They are now part of the INN. Welcome, brothers. They do exactly similar to me. Very entertaining. I watch a lot of Chris's stuff because he does the same style as me, where he kind of goes after other bogus, bread tubers and YouTubers that are doing the work of the deep state and stuff like that and making fun of them. I like that. He does a lot of good content, so welcome, guys. Anyway, lastly, I started PFC, I think, at the end of January, so right after Biden had gotten into office, and I was out of work, and I have been coasting on my savings for like 11 months, and I am finally bone dry, so I had to take a job. I know I've told you guys that hold out as long as you can. If you can afford to quit your job, do, because we got like a soft general strike going now, but I am literally out of money. And I'm 5 months behind on rent, so I had to take a gig on the side. All that means is that my episode count is probably going to drop a little bit, so just fair warning, I'm not backing off entirely, but I'm taking a little break. It's been, this time of year is always kind of tough, and there's been some stories lately that have really kind of traumatized me, literally. You get kind of numb to it after reading it for a while. Like every day I get up and I read like 10, 15 different articles. I'm listening to stuff while I fold laundry, or if I'm cleaning the basement or something like that. I'm like consuming news almost constantly. It's kind of my form of entertainment. But like lately, some of the stories that have hit me, along with the weather change and us kind of running out of money, I have just been frazzled. So like the Assange thing, and then that article about how they were using Biden's template about how he victim smeared and victim shamed Tara Reade on Lindsey Boylan when Andrew Cuomo was in hot water. That stuff, it really kind of like shook me to my core, and I haven't really been the same since, so I'm going to back off just a little bit here for my own mental health. It's been a lot of fun, and I think we've gone over some fun stories, and I'm not backing off entirely, but temporarily, guys, you're going to see my video count kind of drop a little bit. So I'm going to still be uploading on Rockfin and YouTube as much as I can. The gig that I have to take is during the day, so the time of day my videos comes out might also change a little bit, just kind of depends. But I do have some upcoming appearances on other shows that you guys know about. We're working something out with JB. I'm going to go back on his show, or I'm going to go on his actual show. And then I think I'm going to be hanging out with Savage Joy and possibly Sabby Sabs on New Year's Eve. That should be a lot of fun. We're going to go over the most cringy moments of 2021. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to enjoy it a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of making fun of AOC and Kamala Harris and maybe Hillary Clinton, occasionally Republicans. They had some cringe moments too, man. Like they weren't they weren't in power, so I wasn't going after them a lot. But I'll tell you what, man. It makes me kind of excited in a way, like for what I do, for the Republicans to take back over, because they're gonna anyway in the midterms, because then I can go after, if they take over like the House, I get to go after all the House Republicans who are standing in the way of progress. And you know how fucking easy it's gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be like posterizing somebody in a wheelchair. It's gonna be just windmill dunking over people that are, 3 feet tall. It's gonna be so much fun. But I digress. This has been really, really helpful for me too, like therapeutically, going through losing my job and then dealing with all of the shit, because I'm naturally kind of absorbing the news anyway. Like, this would have been a horrible year for me had I not been able to hang out with you guys and do this show every day, which I almost upload once or twice a day, and it's really been my therapy. So I owe you guys a lot. I owe you a lot for the mental sanity I still maintain after going through this fucking year. So thank you, and I will see you guys in a couple of days probably. Keep fighting that good fight out there, guys. We'll see ya.